Hi, I'm Merrick D'Amato. Welcome back to Let's Play Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2, The Sith Lords on the PC. Let's investigate our second crash on Telos. Getting shot down once is a tragedy. Getting shot down twice is just careless. To paraphrase Lady Bracknell from Importance of Being Earnest. I don't usually talk about this kind of stuff, but trust me, if you haven't read The Importance of Being Earnest, it's one of the funniest plays I've ever read and seen. But actually, it even works when you're reading it, which is rare for plays. It's an Oscar Wilde. It is a beautiful masterpiece of a play. Check it out. Do yourself a favor. You'll thank yourself, and then probably get around to thanking me. Doesn't seem to be a whole lot up here. Bowder's still unconscious, huh? Well, she was knocked unconscious in the explosion. Alright. There's a little door over here. Kind of secret base. Another secret base. Ah, crap. This can't be good.
Lay down your weapons, and you shall not be harmed.
Who are you?
I will not warn you again. Drop your weapons, or we shall take them from you.
Do as they say. I sense we will come to no harm.
No one disarms me.
The loss of your weapons shall be a temporary thing only, and it is necessary. There is much to be gained here without violence.
I'll play along for now.
Why is it that everywhere we go, I end up in a cell?
Shut up, Atten.
Why did they lock us up? What is this place?
It is a training ground for Jedi.
What? This ice hole?
Yes, it bears the semblance of an academy. But where are all the students? Curious.
You've got to be joking. What is a Jedi Academy doing out here in the middle of nowhere?
It is a place hidden from the galaxy like the academy on Dantooine. But this place... Oh, Atris, you have been clever.
Atris?
It's none of your concern.
Well, the sooner we're out of here, the better. 2 crazy Jedi are more than enough for me. No one told me we were going to be dumped in a nest of Jedi.
We didn't know.
What is it about this place that causes you such fear?
What do you mean? We're in the middle of a bunch of Jedi. You know how they are.
No, I do not. Not in the way you seem to.
What? What are you doing? Get out of my head!
Stop struggling. Let me follow the current. Deeper to its source.
Stop! Stop! Ah!
Ah. With the fear is mingled guilt. It squirms in you like a worm. And the why? Ah. And there is its heart. You surprised me. I could not feel it before. Your feelings are a powerful shield indeed. Do not worry, Atten. If he is a Jedi, he will forgive. And if he is not, he will not care.
You can't tell him, please. I'm asking you. I don't want him to...
Think less of you. I hardly think that's possible. Still, there is no shame in what you ask. We all wage war with the past, and it leaves its scars. I will not speak of yours, Atten, but there is a price for such things.
What? What price?
There are those who wage war, and those who follow them. You are a crude thing, murderer, but you have your uses. You know how important this man we travel with is. Even one such as you can feel it. You will serve him until I release you.
And if I refuse?
You will not. If you do, then my silence will be broken. And then, Atten, you will be broken. You fear the Jedi, and rightly so. If Atris learns of your choices, you will never leave this place. But whatever fear you hold of the Jedi, know that if you disobey me, that my punishment will make you beg for the death that has long hounded you. Wipe the fear from your mind. You will not find blind obedience a difficult master. You chose it once. You will learn to embrace it again.
I don't know how you became such a manipulative witch, but why a vicious old scowl like yourself would even bother with me is a bigger mystery.
No game of Dajaric can be won without pawns, and this may prove to be a very long game. You are a slippery one. Your thoughts difficult for even one such as I to read. I suspect the self-loathing that squirms within you gives you a curious strength. Your spirit, as diseased as it is, refuses to allow you to give up, no matter what threats you face and whatever wreckage you leave behind you. I feel you have crossed our path for a reason. Perhaps even you, at the right moment, may be able to turn aside disaster. If so, your potential is not yet spent.
Fine. I'll be your pawn. But I still think you've got the wrong man.
Perhaps. But someone has to fly the ship, and the Force is a hard thing to predict. You have crossed our path for a reason. Our path brought us here for a reason. And now I know why. The past is here, and it must be met before the future can be set in motion.
More Jedi speak. Care to explain?
No. I've wasted enough time with you. Sleep, murderer, and be silent. No distractions. A critical moment approaches.
Wonder where I am during all of this. Oh, I'm being allowed to walk around. That's cool. And who might you be?
I did not expect to see you again after the day of your sentencing. I thought you had taken the Exile's path, wandering the galaxy. Yet you have returned. Why?
Tell me what you've done with my friends first.
Your concern is noted. Your friends have not been harmed. They have been detained for their safety. I find it unusual that you are traveling with others again. I had thought you had forsaken the company of others after the war. Or is that why you are here?
It is not my if you think I wanted to see your face again, you're sadly mistaken.
Yet here you are. Perhaps you do not know yourself as well as you think. Regardless, your arrival here begs an explanation. Have you come to face the judgment of the Council, as you did so many years ago? Are you finally willing to admit that we were right to cast you out?
The Council exiled me out of fear of Revan, of me, and of what we represented.
You sought adventure. You hungered for battle. You could not wait to follow Revan to war. The Jedi Order asked only for time to examine the Mandalorian threat. They urged caution, patience, and you defied them. So when you returned, you were brought before us. You were a Jedi no longer, and so you were exiled.
I also recall you wished me imprisoned, or worse.
There was much about that day that was difficult to forget. Your words, your defiance, and when you stabbed your lightsaber into the center stone. I had kept it, so I would never forget.
Kept it? Stole it, you mean?
I have always kept it, as a reminder of what can happen when your passions dictate your actions. I have kept it, so I would never forget your arrogance or your insult to the Order.
Give that blade back or I'll tear it from your dead hands.
So, you would fight me for it. You are not far removed from the monster who left the Order so long ago, but I am not unsympathetic to your feelings. Leaving the Order must have been difficult for you. Yet you gave the Council no other choice. You gave me no other choice.
The Council was weak and ruled by fear.
And you were ruled by hate, aggression. That is not the way of a Jedi.
If being a Jedi means surrendering, I choose not to be a Jedi.
Every choice we make, whether we know it or not, sends echoes through the Force. It can awaken feelings, ignite passions, hate, anger, fear, where none existed before. By meeting aggression, by serving as an opponent against which the Mandalorians could test themselves, you fed their hate, their lust for war, and it sent a terrible echo through you. And because of it, you and those Jedi who met them on the battlefield lost their way, and you turned on us.
I would make the same choice again.
Then you would die a second death. Such is the price of action without reflection. It is what we were taught as Jedi.
Tell that to the millions who died in the war, lives we could have saved if the Jedi had acted earlier.
There was no guarantee that marching to war would have saved the Outer Rim. In fact, quite the opposite.
Have you been reading the history of the blind? Revan won the war!
A physical victory perhaps, but the real victory lay in...
Oh, shut up. The triumph of the Jedi teachings is a cold thing when there is no one left alive to appreciate them.
You do not know...
Oh, please, anyone who stepped outside the Jedi archives would know it.
How dare you? The Mandalorian Wars should have been your grave, and Malachor 5 is where you should have died.
Your anger, is it because you secretly wish you'd had the strength to follow me to war?
What? What do you mean?
Then let fear guide you, Atris, wherever it leads.
You're wrong, just as you were when you defied the Council. I tire of fighting with you. You lust for war, and you always will, and you have succeeded in distracting me from my questions. So answer me. If you cannot seem to admit the Council was correct, then why are you here?
I'm here because a pretentious Shuta stole my ship.
Your ship? Ah, the Ebon Hawk. It is not your ship. Unless you're admitting to the destruction of the Paragus mining facility.
Of course I destroyed Paragus.
So, at last you admitted. At least you have that much courage left. You have not changed. Acting instead of thinking. Putting yourself before the galaxy, before the Jedi. Do you know what you have done?
Yeah, I destroyed 2 worlds with 1 explosion.
No, your crime is much more than that. Without the fuel from Paragus, Citadel Station cannot maintain its orbit. It will crash into the planet and its destruction will echo across 20 other worlds.
So what?
Telos was a test to see if the Republic could mount a restoration effort on the Outer Rim. When it fails, the Republic will not finance another. The other Rim worlds, devastated by the Sith, will remain graveyard worlds, devoid of life. And that is the magnitude of your crime.
It's almost as bad as the Jedi letting the Outer Rim die during the Mandalorian Wars.
So you still hold to your flawed convictions. If you think to anger me, you are wrong. How is it that you are not content to confine your ruin to yourself? You must spread it to others wherever you go. Ruin yourself with your actions if you will. But when your actions bring harm to others, then you must answer for it.
Paragus was nothing to what I'll do to you if you don't give me back my ship.
The ship and your freedom is no longer yours. You and your ship will be detained here pending an investigation and a trial.
Not after you become one with the Force, you won't.
It was too much to hope that you may have come here to finally admit the Council was right.
I'm taking my ship back. Try to stop me and you'll regret it.
Take your ship, then. I don't care where you go, just leave this place. Leave Telos.
We shall remove him, mistress.
You shall not.
Come with us.
You're the bitch who stole my ship, aren't you?
Are you all right, mistress?
The exile brought up feelings best left forgotten.
Forgive me, mistress, but I must ask. The exile. I've never seen another affect you so strongly. Did you care for him once?
The Jedi have no such attachments. As always, he will do as he wills. And the galaxy, and the feelings of others, can burn for all he cares. The day we judged him, I stood in the chamber and he was so right. He was so certain of it, I doubted myself. He chose Revan over the Jedi, over the Council, over... But now I am tired. I must meditate.
Of course, mistress. I will tell the others you are not to be disturbed. And please, do not exhaust yourself. We can attend to matters here.
I think it's Tara Strong as the handmaiden. I have to check into that. I'm insulted you have my lightsaber. You can at least turn it off.
Why have you approached me?
Ebon Hawk, where is it?
Your ship is stored in the hangar. Atris has given you permission to leave this place and not to return.
I'm searching for my friends.
You will find them in the main irrigation channel room, in the northern part of the plateau interior. The particle emitters there that once governed the flow of water to Telos can double as force cages.
So they are prisoners.
They were caged for their safety, until we could determine your intent, Exile. Atris cautioned us against your tactics, fearing that your allies would create a distraction. Your companions gave us little trouble, however. The male could have presented some challenge if he had resisted, but he chose not to.
Who, Atten?
He has had some Echani training. He masks it well, but when you were in danger, his mask dropped into a stance we know well.
Where would he have gotten that training?
I do not know. The Echani forms are known to be taught to military special forces throughout the galaxy. If the source is a mystery to you, perhaps you should ask him. It would be wise to know those you travel with.
Another comment like that, and you're asking... Oh, I have some other questions for you.
You may ask.
Well, I have some questions. I had some questions about Atris.
The mistress? What of her?
What can you tell me about her?
She leads us. As she rebuilds Telos, she rebuilds the Order, and through them, the galaxy.
And how does she plan to do that?
We serve the Jedi. We do not question them. Yet, Atris has told us that the work here at Telos may pay for similar efforts in many worlds along the Rim that were destroyed when the Jedi turned on each other. She has said the Jedi Order needs such a foundation if it is to rebuild. She faults the teaching of many of the Jedi Masters as the spark of the Jedi Civil War. Atris has said that if Revan and Malak had been properly instructed in the ways of the Jedi, they never would have fallen, and nor would you, Exile.
High talk for Atris, considering she never had a Padawan.
Atris has chosen instead to focus her efforts on galactic recovery. Once the galaxy breathes again, disciples will come.
Atris knows nothing, and she will transmit her ignorance to anyone who follows her.
She predicted you would say as much. She seems to know you quite well. Perhaps you are the one who knows nothing.
Perhaps I should teach you a lesson.
I would welcome a chance to instruct you. I have been anxious to teach you many principles of combat ever since you invaded this place.
I could use a good sparring match.
Very well. Follow me, and we shall see if you have the endurance to learn the most basic of our teachings.
Ooh, nice suit.
Before we begin, are you familiar with Ichani traditions?
Does it have anything to do with why you wanted me to disrobe?
All duels between us shall be without armor of any kind. There shall be no restrictions upon our movements or upon yours. Your feet are not to leave the training mat during the battle. If they do, you will lose. Also, this is not a fight to the death. Restrain your instincts when we fight, and we shall do the same.
Fine, if you're ready to fight, so am I.
The fight will be with hands and feet only. No stimulants, shields, weapons, or other items. Also, do not call upon any Jedi techniques during our contest. If you do, then the battle will be over. In turn, I will not use our higher forms, for this is only an opening battle between us, a test of each other's strength.
Enough talk, let's fight.
Then let us begin.
You can't beat me because I'm cheating. I like my my new suit though. I think it's a dark side thing.
You have succeeded. If you wish, you may challenge us again, and we will progress to more advanced movements.
I wish to challenge you again.
Very well. I shall honor your request. Our next battle will be using the higher forms among the Ichani. You may choose hands and feet, or whatever melee weapon you wish, but use no other items or Jedi techniques.
I'm ready, let's go.
Then let us begin.
You can't really beat my swords.
You have succeeded. If you wish, you may challenge us again, and we will progress to more advanced movements.
I wish to challenge you again.
Very well. I shall honor your request. Our next battle shall be free of restriction on weapons and items, and you may use whatever technique, Jedi or otherwise, you wish to attempt to defeat me. In turn, I will spare none of our forms against you.
I'm ready, let's go.
Then let us begin.
Foolish letting me use the Force.
Melee combat. You surprise me.
I wish to challenge you again.
There is nothing more that we can teach you from such contests. Such battle would only be for battle's sake.
If you cannot defeat me alone, feel free to pair up.
If that is what you wish, then we shall honor it. We shall see how you fight against a group of us. We shall take you in a pair, using everything at our disposal. Use whatever item, weapon, or Jedi technique you wish. We shall match it.
I'm ready. Let's go.
Then let us begin.
You don't like the lightning, do you?
You are a strong opponent. Atris was correct about you. You know much of war and battle. Perhaps too much.
I could take you all on without breaking a sweat.
One does not sweat in the polar regions of Telos, so all that will break will be your pride.
Care to back up those words?
Then our last battle shall be the 5 of us against you. Use any item, any weapon, any technique you wish. You will need them.
Why not all 6 of you?
There is no need for the last of us to join in this fight. The weakest among us will only serve to diminish our techniques. We fight as one when we are 5, not 6. And that number should be enough for this lesson.
You done talking or are we going to fight?
Very well. We shall begin.
This is gonna be easy. Did you forget my Sith Lightning can hit all 6 of you? Well, 3 of you at the same time I can hit with my lightning? If you're standing close to each other?
There shall be no more matches, no more challenges. There is much we have learned from you. If we meet on the field of battle, we shall be prepared.
And you will meet me on the field of battle, and I'll kill every stinking one of you. I prefer the Jalshay Neophyte uniform, personally. It looks better.
There shall be no more there is much.
Okay, you have nothing else to say. What's through this door? Is there stuff to steal? There is! Huzzah! Shell-shaped perception gloves. And a new edge for a sword. Remember, a long-standing video game and RPG, specifically RPG game rule. Even though that's a redundant statement, but whatever. Just because an item is a chest is hard to open or locked or something, doesn't mean there's anything good in there. Hell, Ultima 8, every single chest was booby-trapped, even if you unlocked it properly. But Ultima 8's just a terrible, terrible game. Do you have another Achani sword? I could do with a second, and I can buff it up with those upgrades I got. Rhodian Deathblade. It's very weak. Okay.
Why have you approached me?
Never mind, I'll be going now. I'm gonna loot your entire base. You'll never know. Here, my
Did
friends.
you find what you came for?
That depends. What was I supposed to find here?
There was something from your past here, something unresolved. I feel we did not come to this place by chance. You were led here. This woman who resides here, she did something to you once, something that hangs upon you still.
She was one of the council who She was one of the council who cast me out of the order and wanted to punish me even further.
I see it now. The act has left its marks. Be warned. Unresolved events from our past can create wounds in the present and the future. And more importantly, they can distract you, weaken you. It could prove fatal against the enemies we face.
The woman here is a Jedi, Atrus of the Council.
There is a Jedi here, perhaps, in that you are correct. Yet there are no students, and this woman, this Atrus, surrounds herself with those who cannot feel the Force. Curious.
Atrus, aren't the handmaidens students?
No, her servants are not Jedi. Their minds are walls, trained to resist tricks of the mind. This discipline blinds them to the Force as well, even if they were Force-sensitive.
She means me harm. I may have to kill her.
Killing such a one could prove difficult and unwise. Yet she distracts you, that is clear, and that may be reason enough. Such distractions could prove fatal against the enemies we face.
You're cunning. How would you end such a distraction?
Direct action is not always the best way. It is a far greater victory to make another see through your eyes than to close theirs forever. Yet all that lives feels, and where something feels, there is weakness.
And what is her weakness?
Why, you, of course. You are the gravity around which all her actions rotate. You exert a stronger influence than you know. Be her foil, her challenge, and eventually she will see things your way.
I did not realize I'd affected her so deeply.
Oh, yes. Natural leaders do such things to followers, whether they be simple criminals or old women such as myself.
I will consider this for now. Let us go.
Very well. Let us depart.
You okay, Atten? Is Atten okay? He looks out cold.
He's only sleeping. It seems the journey here has fatigued him.
Alright. Alright then, let me free you.
I am sorry. I lost consciousness in the crash.
There's nothing to apologize for. Are you sure you're okay?
I'm fine, General. Even power has been restored to my arm. What is this place? Where are we?
A Jedi Academy on the northern pole of Telos.
This must be where I had detected the energy readings before, and the drain to the restoration shields. This room, this place, it looks part of a huge polar irrigation system, possibly planet-wide, like the one on Coruscant. I had been told by the Republic that it was not in use.
Are you well enough to travel?
I am, General. If you wish, I may travel with you, or join you at the ship.
Come with me. I could use your help.
Very well, General.
I'm also gonna take Atten, my buddy. Ah, right side! No! Get it away! Hiss! But I want to gain influence with Bowdor, but I want him to be evil. Ugh, it's difficult. Okay. Combat Enforcer, 2 to 12. Do I have any other... I think I have an Arcanian rifle. 4 to 15. You're using that. Ooh, he has tattoos now. There we go. He's getting dark side. You're very dark side. I like you. Yeah. Dark plus 4 to 11. You replace Bendex with a Mandalorian Heavy Blaster. See if he can wear... He can wear the Zayshan Shah Initiate Armor! Alright, good. You bow, you can get... the Krath Holy Battlesuit. There, you look good. Atten looks good. I look good. Alright, crew, let's... Autobots, roll out! Ooh, medical container. Another set of Revan's robes. Yes! Huzzah! More of the same. You have like 20 pairs now? I could equip my entire crew in Revan's robes and be the Revan's cosplay players.
Why have you approached me?
Do all these women look alike? Not like I'm complaining, I mean, it's... well, it's interesting.
They all seem to look alike.
Well, if it isn't the one who stole the Ebon Hawk. Not so smug now, are you? You little thief.
Your behavior core. They didn't memory wipe you, did they? Look, I'm just glad I found you. Wait, she downloaded what from you? Your entire memory? That must have taken some time. You can fill me in later. Let me get you out of here first. Alright, join us on the Ebon Hawk when you're ready to leave. Ah! No! Why do you keep forcing light side points on me? I don't want them! I don't want to be a good guy! I very much don't want that. I'm still in the dark. Okay, you're getting out of it. I don't like that they're not as dark as they should be. Let's explore this place further. Advanced combat system. More of Revan's robes, yay. Oh, this is a different handmaiden.
You are the Exile, the one Atris warned us about.
And what did Atris say?
She said, you betrayed the Jedi by going to war when it was forbidden to you. You turned on your masters, your teachings, and yourself.
Going to war was necessary.
That is not all she says. She says you know nothing of loyalty to any cause except your own animal instincts. And she told us why you fell to the dark side.
And I haven't completely fallen to the dark side. Yet.
Atris says that you fell to the dark side in the Mandalorian Wars when you gave in to your lust for battle. Once you tasted war, you could not give it up.
So why didn't I keep fighting in the Jedi Civil War?
Atris says when the Dark Lord Revan returned to the Republic, you did not march with him because you had fallen so far you could no longer feel the Force.
That is untrue, but Atris is entitled to her opinion.
I believe that is the extent of her expressed feelings toward you. There are variations at times, but all rise from the same foundation.
Expressed feelings.
Yes, it is difficult sometimes for others to truly speak their heart or listen to it. The words often prove difficult, or they do not come at all.
So Atris does not know... Are you saying Atris could be wrong about me?
Without having seen you and Atris fight, I cannot say. Battle is a pure form of expression. It is heart and discipline, reduced to movement and motion.
So if I crushed Atris' skull into the floor, that might get to the heart of the matter.
I do not think the battle would go as you describe. But in essence, yes. In battle, the words are swept away, giving way to actions. Mercy, sacrifice, anger, fear. These are pure moments of expression.
Enough of this. I had other questions.
You may ask.
You look different than the other women here.
I honor the face of my mother. It is not something spoken of in the company of others.
So you have a different mother but the same father?
I do not wish to discuss it. If there is something else you wish to ask, you may do so.
Is it a sensitive subject?
It is not a sensitive subject, but a subject that requires trust. There is no such trust between you and I, and such trust takes time.
I apologize. I meant no offense.
There's no need to apologize. You were merely remarking on something that you saw. There is no wrong in that.
Let me ask you something else.
You may ask.
Why does Atris allow me to walk freely? I could kill you all easily.
I am aware of this. I do not doubt your combat prowess, as my half-sisters do. There are many who went to war against the Mandalorians, and few returned. You were one of them.
You are right to fear me.
I do not fear you. My words have been misinterpreted and need to be placed in perspective.
Then you sought to insult me.
Again, you have twisted my words to attempt to provoke me. That shows a creative mind, which bodes well for any fight between us.
Is it a fight you seek?
The Ichani believe
tch.
you cannot truly know the heart of another unless you meet them in battle. I would very much like to know your nature, but now is not the time. Perhaps my sisters could challenge you, but not I. And not here.
Never mind. I'll be going now.
Before you go, Exile, question for you, if I may ask it. You have touched the Force. What does it feel like?
It is a difficult thing to describe. I only know what its loss feels like.
Then tell me of its absence.
It is like feeling warmth on the skin than being buried alive.
I see. Thank you, Exile. I appreciate you sharing your knowledge with me.
It was my pleasure. Dark side, light side, net dark shift. Nice. We even covered this entire base. Let us probably make our way to our ship now. That's a turbolift. We don't want the turbolift. Do 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 medical container, another set of Revan's robes for me. Step away from the landing ramp. Need to explore this area more fully. But I think I already found all the stuff to find. Let's go. Yes, enter the Hawk. Ooh, the handmaidens and Atris.
Mistress, the last of the handmaidens is not among us.
She has left with the Exile.
Left?
But why? Her oath.
Her reasons are unknown to me, but I fear she may no longer be trusted. We will save her if we can, but we must let her discover the Exile's nature for herself. Some evils must be confronted, and isolation from it would have been no defense.
Fascinating. New party member, perhaps.
Well, now that we're off that Dejaric board of a planet, I say we burn sky until we see lines.
What's with T3? Slow down, I didn't catch the first part. You downloaded Atris's archives?
What is the machine saying?
He said there was a holo record of my trial in Atris's records.
We seem to have found it.
I don't really feel like another cutscene right now, but okay. Ooh, nice robe. I look like Obi-Wan Kenobi from episode 2.
Do you know why we have called you here?
I know you! I came because I chose to, not because you summoned me.
As Revan summoned you, so have you come full circle to return to the Jedi.
Why did you defy us? The Jedi are guardians of the peace, and have been for centuries. This call to war undermines all that we have worked for.
Is Revan your master now? Or is it the horror you wrought at Malachor that has caused you to see the truth at last?
I'd slaughter every Mandalorian. The truth is that no Jedi should turn from war. They should embrace it.
You refuse to hear us. You have shut us out. So shut yourself to the galaxy.
You are exiled, and you are a Jedi no longer.
There is one last thing. Your lightsaber. Surrender it to us.
That's impossible, but okay.
Much defiance in that one.
You are correct, Kavar. When he was here, I felt it. It was as if he was not there. More like an echo.
The war has touched the youngest of the Order. Many of them have lost themselves in battle against the Mandalorians.
We have not lost a Jedi this day. You felt it. He has lost himself. He is no Jedi. He walked Revan's path, but he was not strong enough.
I fear it is our teachings that may have led Revan to choose the path he did.
We are not the ones who taught him.
We take responsibility, Atris, not cast blame.
The choice of one was the choice of us all. Revan's teacher intended no harm, and Revan had many teachers since.
Yet they all stem from the same source. Her teachings violated the Jedi Code and lead all who listen to the dark side, as they did the Exile.
You are wrong. The dark side is not what I sensed in the Exile. Surely the rest of you felt it as well. That emptiness we felt. He has changed.
Whatever that wound was, it was of the dark side. We should not have let him depart. He will simply join Revan again, or perhaps worse.
What would you have done with him, Atris? Be mindful of your feelings. This is not Revan who stood before you. This one walks a different path.
No, although that may come in time. We let him go because we must. Where he travels, he carries his destination with him.
Malachor 5 should have been his grave. You saw it in his walk, and in the Force. It was as if he was already dead.
No, not dead. Many battles remain for that one. If what we have seen is true. But the future is a shifting thing, and he cuts like a blade through it.
We should have told him the truth. A Jedi deserves to know.
No good would have come from it, even if what you believed was true. There's still the matter of Revan, and such truths could leave us vulnerable on two fronts.
Perhaps in many years, we will call him before us and explain what happened to him, and how he may be healed. Until then, he must accept his journey.
But he may never discover the truth, and he will never know why we cast him out.
And that is the future we must accept.
These Jedi sure like their secrets, don't they?
So they knew what happened to me. They all do. Atris has a list of all the missing Jedi? Sure, display it. Farouk is on Dantooine. He's on Nar Shaddaa. He's on Onderon. You're on Korriban. And you're on Telos, we knew that. All of those fools were there when I was sentenced.
A strange coincidence.
It is no coincidence. There is some larger plan at work here, and we are walking into it. This is too convenient to be anything but a trap.
We have no choice. Those Jedi know what happened to me. Hey, Handmaiden, how you doing?
Those are Atris's records you have stolen.
What the hell are you doing on our ship?
I have come to join you. I can help you against this threat.
Well, we don't want your help. Or any of your sisters.
Hold on.
It is just me, and I am doing this because Atris believes you will need help.
Do you think we need help?
I think the strength of the enemy is unknown, but it is greater than 5 can hope to defeat without aid.
If you put it like that, you're welcome aboard.
Indeed. But of course, what does one more matter to our journey? I have had enough of this. I will be in my chambers.
Yeah, me too. I'll be in my chambers. But since I don't have it, I guess I'll just get in the cockpit like I always do. If she's coming with us, she gets the cargo hold. Might remind her how fun it is to get locked up.
General?
What?
The cargo hold is enough. I assure you, there is little I need. I will attend to myself.
Don't let them bother you. We've just been through a lot.
It is no matter. I am used to worse conditions, but thank you for your kindness.
Handmaiden. And now... more conversation?
Is there a reason you don't carry on?
Fuck off. Okay. Atris and the Jedi Council took it from me.
That's not your lightsaber anymore. That belonged to someone who served Revan in the wars, not the person you are now. You could build another one, if you wanted to, but you know that.
Do you think I can't build one?
I don't know, General, but whatever the reason, you should put it behind you. I know this. A lightsaber is part of who you are. Without it, you're not complete.
Very well. To begin, there's some parts we'll need.
I think I can help you out there. I happen to know the parts you need.
Alright, then, where do we start looking then?
We need a power cell. Emitter matrix.
Have that.
Lens and focusing crystal. Though I have to admit the crystal is beyond my means. Never did understand that.
I have one.
Those parts are fairly common, though a Jedi once told me that it's best if your lightsaber reflects you, and if it is constructed of things that identify it as your own. Just bring the parts to me before you get started building it. I'll make sure they're usable. All I'm saying is that you've gone for a long time without a memory wipe. Most droids behave erratically under those circumstances.
Can we stop talking? I need to stop the video!
But I'm fixing
Fuck!
everything else around here, so I may as well take a look at you too. What was that? That's what I'm talking about. That is not normal droid behavior.
Maybe it's just... what's going on here?
I am not pushing you around. I just wanted to see if there was anything I could do to upgrade your functionality.
Don't worry, but that sounds like a good idea to me.
Good. Now let's get started.
Okay, can we stop having cutscenes?
You wouldn't guess it from the name, but it looks like you've been through a lot. I'll bet. I'm all done with you. If anything comes loose, let me know and I'll put it back in place.
Okay, can we stop and get free reign so I can stop, please? Yes! Thank you. I'm Americ Tomato, and next time we'll be exploring our ship and talking to all our friends. So until then, may the Force be with you. Hi, thanks for watching. This has been played and recorded by me, Americ Tomato. The art was by Rafael Agrona. You can find a link to their commission page in the description below. And if you like this video and want to see more like it, like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and see you all next time. Ciao!